Hi, so here is a question. The diagram shows a masonry arch bridge of span 50 meters. The shape of the curve ABC is a parabola. The line AC is the water level and B is the highest point of the bridge. Question A. Taking A as the origin and the maximum height of the arch above the water level as 4.5 meters. Write down a formula for the curve of the arch where y is the height of the arch above AC and x is the horizontal distance from A. First thing first, let's draw the graph with A being the origin. I already had the graph on the right, and as you can see, with A being the origin, our entire graph is in the first quadrant. And since A is the origin, the coordinates of A is 0, 0. What about point B? We know a bridge is symmetrical, so that implies that the horizontal distance from the origin to point B is half of 50, which is 25. The question also tells us that the maximum height of the arch above water level is 4.5 meters. Since B is the highest point on the graph, the y value for B must equal to 4.5. So we have also found the coordinates of B, it is 25, 4.5. Now, let's find the coordinates of point C. C is the rightmost point on the graph, and the span of the bridge is 50 meters, so C has coordinates 50, 0. Now that we have our 3 points on the graph, it's time to work out the formula that describes the curve. We know the polynomial form of a quadratic equation is y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. But in this case, since we know the maximum turning point on the graph, which is point B, we can use the turning point form. The turning point form is y is equal to a times bracket x minus h squared plus k. With a being the dilation factor, which is a constant, h, k being the coordinates of the turning point. Substitute point B into this formula, we have y is equal to a times x minus 25 squared plus 4.5. Remember we said a is the dilation factor, which is a constant. So technically we still have this variable in our formula. Let's find what a is. Since a, b, c are all on the same graph, I can sub in any point to work out what a is. To make it easier, let's sub in point A, since both the x and y values are 0. So subbing a 0, 0 to find the dilation factor a, we have 0, the y value is equal to a times x is now 0, minus 25 squared plus 4.5. Then we have 0 is equal to a times 0 minus 25 is equal to negative 25. Negative 25 squared plus 4.5. We know that negative 25 squared is equal to negative 25 times negative 25, which is positive 625. So we can write 0 is equal to 625a plus 4.5. Now let's solve for a. I can take away 4.5 on both sides, so on the right hand side, the plus 4.5 and minus 4.5, they cancel out nicely. On the left hand side of the equation, I have 0 minus 4.5, which is negative 4.5. And on the right hand side, I only have 625a left. Finally, to find what a is, I'm going to divide 625 on both sides. So a is equal to negative 4.5 divided by 625, which is equal to negative 0.0072. So we found that a is equal to negative 0.0072. And of course, I didn't do everything in my head. I used a calculator. So keep in mind that this question is an extended response question where calculators are allowed. So you can use a calculator in this section. Now we know what a is, and we can rewrite our formula as y is equal to negative 0.0072 times bracket x minus 25 bracket squared plus 4.5. You can leave your answer like this, However, to take one step further and to make future calculation easier, we're going to expand the perfect square here and tidy up the formula a little bit. So let's expand the perfect square first. Y is equal to negative 0.0072 times x squared minus 2 times x times 25 is equal to 50x, and plus negative 25 squared, which is 625. And we still have the constant term 4.5 in the end. So clearly in the brackets, 625 is a constant, and we can take it out by multiplying 625 to the number in front of the bracket, which is negative 0.0072. So let's do that. Y is then equal to negative 0.0072 times x squared minus 50x. And if we take out 625, it's going to be negative 0.0072 times 625, and we still have the positive 4.5 in the end. And surprisingly, this is equal to negative 4.5, which cancels nicely with the constant term positive 4.5. So these two parts, they cancel out nicely. And now we have negative 0.0072 times x squared minus 50x only. Finally, we notice that we can factorize out 1x from the brackets, and the final formula becomes y is equal to negative 0.0072 x times bracket x minus 50. So now we can say that we have found the formula for the curve, which is y is equal to negative 0.0072x times x minus 50. So this is part A of the question. Other parts of the question will be covered in future videos. Hope you find this video helpful and hope to see you in the next video. Bye!